So, last time you all decided you were going to, if I remember correctly, you did the stakeout at a destiny. You followed the path. You laid out to the coordinates. Went to the crossroads where eventually you found a guy at a campsite with a rifle. Convinced him that the small child is gonna grenade him in his sleep. And night has fallen, and just as night has fallen, when you plan to execute him, you see a party of men that is strolled up wearing military gear and like combat gear. That's where we ended off last time, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds right.
So I'll give you all the owlbear link. So you can see what's going on. So
You sound like you need a nap now.
That's why I have energy drinks.
They make me tired.
It's just been a long day. That and my sugar's high right now, so that's why I'm also tired. But diabetes besides the point. You see
Are you insulin controlled?
Yeah. Type 2.
I'm type 2 as well. Oh, I'm supposed to take a shot. I'm glad
You just reminded me that I have to take mine.
Let me get that out of the fridge.
But as I'm describing, so you see the guy in combat gear approach you. Upon him approaching you, he's like, I see you guys have already made it. It was a long haul over here, but it seems like you brought the goods. Well then, Skipper, how about you hand it over?
I hand him the barrel.
He kind of looks at it a little bit like side-eye, and he's like, is this really all you could get?
Well, the other guys were supposed to carry more. They didn't make it.
Sorry, I just got done with my shot.
No, you're good.
He says to you, well, so you ran into some trouble. That's not like you. Usually you do well with trouble. What happened this time? I see your commanding officer isn't with you. What kind of trouble did you run into there, Squirt?
They hired goons.
What kind of goons?
Didn't get a good look at them. It was dark, and they fired at us from the rooftop.
You're telling me they hired a couple of goons and you lost with a plasma pistol and a laser rifle? Damn. Y'all fucking suck.
It was hard to see them. Even for me. And I can see in the dark.
Damn, boss must be getting real desperate if he's hiring kids. Well, yeah, at least got the minimum, so I can at least say that for you. We'll handle the shipment from here then. You're to head, and he kind of looks at you for a minute. Yeah, walks over to you, Sven. No, your uniform's looking a little loose there, bud. You sure they got the right size on you?
Yeah, probably lost some weight carrying this through the fucking desert.
Roll me speech.
Yeah. Yes.
He's like, very well then. Tosses you a few pieces of pemmican. That's some mole rat pemmican there. That should tie you over, at least help fatten your bones up. Now, as he pulls like an atlas out of his pocket, kind of like flapping it, just to get a good grip and look at it down by the campfire. I'd say, pulls a pen out. You can see him like kind of sketching some plans out. That's where we'll take ours, and you, I'd say you're to report to Vespers. You see, your old Vespers has some drugs that we want, and, well, they're not giving it to us the good kind, so, head on over there, maybe raid the supply a little bit. Enough to make it a little bit weird, but not enough to notice. Skim it off the top, making a nice entry for us. We'll hit it a few times more in the coming weeks.
Sure, do that.
Now, is there anything else you need to hear then, soldier?
Guys, you need anything else?
I think I'm okay.
No, as long as we know where we're going next.
Yeah, we're good.
Well, very well then. I'll see you all later. He picks up the keg and tosses it to one of his guys. They all cock their guns and reload it, grabbing him, and they just kind of walk away. Off into the night. The guy who was at your outpost camp goes with him.
Okay.
So we're totally alone now?
Yeah, they're walking off in the distance. You can see one of them holding up a torch down the road. You can kind of see the light a little bit as it goes, flickering in the desert. Not the desert, but like flickering in like the wasteland darkness.
I whispered to Sven, I think we should go back and tell the sheriff what's going on.
Yeah.
It's kind of spooky out here.
You don't want to follow him?
I am not a sneaky person.
Do y'all want to? Let's see. Let's see where they take this.
Okay.
I mean, I thought your whole point was you were
Alright.
trying to follow him, like snake trail him.
Yeah, it was.
So, as you want to follow them throughout the desert, I'm going to need one of you to be the tracker. Who wants to do that?
What would
It's
that
going to
be?
be survival.
Perception based. Perception and survival.
Ooh.
It's not
I
me.
do not have good. Yeah, it's not me. I mean,
You've got perception, right? Because you've got medicine.
Okay,
well,
so
I have an 11 perception.
yeah, mine is 7.
All right, I'll do it.
So, as you can see vaguely off in the distance, roll me a Gotta put my glasses on real quick. Sorry, my eyes are getting strained.
I understand. I wear bifocals all the time now.
Yeah, I got glasses for like my computer screen, like doing work and stuff, and
I used to wear bifocals, and then the Navy suddenly decided one day that I don't need glasses and I need to quit being silly, even though a doctor was the one that told me I needed glasses.
I don't wear them all the time because it sucks at long vision, right? So, but occasionally I need them.
My eyes get tired really easily.
You should get a second opinion.
I plan to.
I don't
I
like
just haven't
gaming
done
with
it
them
yet.
though, because like I'll game right and it looks good, but like especially if there's like a lot of moving shit, the glasses kind of makes it worse to view, if that makes sense.
Oh man, stare at my screen and then I stop gaming and everything goes blurry and I have to like just sit and close my eyes for a while.
I understand that. So, how bad is that picking up on the mic?
You're fine on my end.
Yeah, I don't know what you're referring to, so not bad.
Okay. I was just referring to my fan. It was picking up on the OBS mic pretty bad, so. Anywho, you're gonna have to roll me a perception check. I think that's in there. No, I'm getting yes, perception check. D20.
That's 16.
What'd you get?
16.
Plus your
So you
modifier?
rolled a 6. So you
I
rolled
rolled a
16.
16 in my,
What's your modifier?
11.
So 27.
Yeah.
Jackie, right? No, your perception modifier's 3 under general checks.
Oh, I was looking up at the attributes. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's been like 2 weeks. You're fine.
Yeah.
A little rusty.
All right, so 19.
Okay, so you're able to track, you're able to, keep a beeline on the light that is in the darkness that you're tracking, right? And now you need to roll me a survival check. The survival check will dictate how well you are able to stay close or behind them, right? So like if it's really low, you will be off in the distance. Too many bad rolls and you will lose it out completely. Like you'll just be too far away to keep up. Close enough and
Okay.
you'll be able to deal if they make a turn or move in difficult terrain or that kind of thing.
All right, I'm gonna blow on these dice. That's not right. Crap. That's not right.
Remembering you're rolling an owlbear.
Yes. Okay.
A 7. Hell yeah, that's awesome.
I did it.
Damn. What'd you need to roll under?
A 40.
I mean, hey, it's not too bad to be fully honest.
I thought for sure I wasn't gonna make it.
What'd you say?
She
I
rolled.
rolled a 7.
Okay. So you keep a pretty good beeline on it, right? As you begin to follow it, You follow it down the road for a ways, and then you come to a point where they move around some telephone poles and some down, like a camper or two. I need you to make me another perception check and a survival check.
Okay, here's perception. Ugh, with a 5. I rolled a 2.
Okay,
And
so you lose it for a little bit, but does your survival save you?
it does not. That's a 79.
Okay, so as you begin to lose track of it, I roll on the wild encounter roll. Okay. First off, cover this thing so it's night.
Did you just lead us to more behemoths?
Maybe.
If it's any consolation to know what you want, she got a nat 1 on the encounter table.
Oh.
So that means it's something really easy.
It's a pack of behemoth rad scorpions.
With super mutants riding on top?
That's this shit again.
Do I have the right enemies for this encounter? Let's see. Nope, not super mutants. Oh, no, something much worse.
Pack of death balls.
Where was it? I need to briefly
Former radroaches.
copy. I need to briefly copy a token real quick. Okay, that's what it was. So you rolled double ones. You rolled a nat 1 on the creature table, and then for legendary creatures, another nat 1.
Outstanding.
Remember that cryptid they warned you about?
Oh, son of a bitch.
You've encountered the steel skunk. Cryptid. Otherwise known as the
So not
powered otherwise known as the powered skunk ape.
Sven, you're good at talking. See if you can talk him down.
Hello there, friend. How are you doing?
As you approach this thing, you see the vague flickering of its greenish yellow receptacle eyes, like the little receptacles on like the eye panel, as they flash a little bit. As you hear an exhaust of within a metallic voice box come over its speaker as it says to you, "What do you belong in the wasteland for?"
Well, currently we're lost. We were following some men that have been hurting and killing people, and we were trying to see where they were going to help provide information.
For I already know and understand this, for I saw you back within the village. I studied you, know what you are, know what you claim to be. And now I put yourself to a righteous test of steel. Are you here to hurt the village, or are you here to help them? That is the question.
Oh no, we're trying to help the village.
Definitely help.
They've been
Yep.
very nice to us. We've had a rough couple of days, and they've been extremely nice with helping us get on our feet. And we just want to make sure that they're okay. And this
Then I
this
shall
group sent
see
people.
what you do as I test you with the test of steel. Hold your ground firm, and if you do not move, nor flinch, nor retaliate, I shall let you go unscathed and free.
Okay. You heard him.
He lifts up his large
Okay.
Gauss rifle as you see him lock in a fusion core. You hear the thing whirling with its engines just as it sparks up to life. Its gyro and dynamo generator beginning to spin in the middle of this gun so much that it begins to send sparks flying off that vault into the ground, disrupting and flinging rock up on both sides as he charges it up. He points it at you first, Virgil, as he aims down the scope directly at you. As you can see him lining up the shot, this man in full power armor, staring down at you. The power armor having no difference. There is no weak spots in it. It is all plated over completely. As he holds it up to you, you see briefly for a moment his finger pulls the trigger as it lets out a cracking kaboom! As the shockwave it sends out of both sides of the lower dynamo of the gun sets out giant volts of electricity. As that sounds like a Tesla cannon going off. The shot fires off a nuclear round reinforced by the Gauss rifle as it gets sent down the line, volts going as it screams past your eardrum, millimeters from it, as the shot ricochets and reverberates in your head as you are going deaf for a mere 2 minutes from the very shot leaving beside your skin as you feel the heat buzz off of it, voltage sparkling past your eyeballs and rippling across your hair like a static shock, visibly shocking you slightly, almost like a 9-volt battery. But as the round sends itself downrange, it then hits the ground as you hear a giant explosion behind you. As you can feel the shockwave ripple past you, flapping your coat in front of you, and pushing force you almost as if it's trying to shove you over.
Virgil is frozen in fear.
Virgil, I need you to roll me a... To keep your wits about you, I would need you to... What do you say, is Virgil religious or is he more scientific?
Scientific.
Roll me a science skill point check.
Skill point. So that's going to be a D100, and I have to meet my skill points, not my hit.
You have to roll under them.
Right. Okay, under my skill points.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. 75 or less. 74!
Oh, fuck.
Nice.
You hold strong as your nerves and every bit about you is telling you to run. But you hold steady with your nerves as tightly as you can. And then, before you can even blink, he unloads it as you hear a shockwave. Not a shockwave, but you hear the bolt ring back as it ejects the fusion core like a ripe shell that is flung into the air, as he then lock and loads another one, charging up the next shot and rapidly fires it next to Sven's ear. Same effect happens, ripple across you. Sven, I need you to roll me a science check.
Okay. I pass.
Good, good.
I really expected to fail that. I have a 24.
Yeah. He then lock and loads the next one as he points it towards you, Lena. As he charges it up, he then holds his shot up, decharges the gun, pulling the safety back on as he diverts the barrel from you back into his arms. As he says, "It is true, for it is not fair to test a child's will against the steel defenders of a bloody gun. You have passed the test of steel. Consider yourselves lucky for the moment. I shall return if I find fault within your judgment. Farewell then, human scum."
Would you be willing to trade?
He looks at you, and you see his lights go dim as he puts his gun on his back. "I am leaving you with your life, and you would ask me to trade.
Or a single
my-
fusion core?
Is my graciousness not enough to let you live, or would you be as cocky to fight with me over ill-begotten gifts forward again?"
No. No, I would not.
"Consider my mercy a gift, for your flesh is weak, and my steel and cogs are strong. For the very notion that I am sparing you is mercy enough to gift you an eternal life. You should be lucky that I do not blow your brains out across the wasteland sand and make you a sculpture for the next rulers to bring upon this earth."
One quick question before you leave. Which way did the guys go? We seem to have lost them, and we need to track them down to help the village.
He simply grabs a piece of rebar from the ground, bends it into an arrow, and slaps it on the ground that points in a direction.
Thank you. Let's go, guys.
He then goes to step away, and as soon as he steps away, you can hear the interlocking mechanism of his foot, then releases a pressure plate as he darts across the wasteland sands, just poof, as he jumps about 50 feet, then steps and jumps another 50 feet.
I wonder where I can get a gun like that.
I didn't know fair trade was cocky and arrogant.
I mean, maybe, if he thinks we're beneath him, why would he want anything we have?
For surviving the steel skunk cryptid, you have gained 100 experience. Your next encounter is a large rad scorpion. With 4 smaller ones. What would you all like to do as you encounter this pack of rad scorpions?
Do we want to try to run so we can try to catch up, or are we gonna?
I think we need to try to catch up.
Yeah, we should catch up.
We will attempt to avoid the encounter.
Well, you're in initiative right now, but you can attempt to run
Okay.
away from them, around them.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
It's number 3's turn. So, the big one moves first. I just need to write them all out on my encounter pad real quick. One minute. Ah, my face is getting real hot. Give me a second. My glasses are causing too much heat on my face. You know what I mean? It just kind of traps in the extra heat.
It must be really hot in there.
Well, I don't have an AC unit. It's currently 85 degrees in my room with
Goodness.
no ventilation. So it's slowly climbing because the PC's running. I'm not looking forward to next week though, as it's going to be literally 95 degrees outside. So I probably won't be able to run the PC at all. Okay, so number 3's turn. He's going to move up to Sven. Going to try to whack you with a stinger. I'm a little rusty too. First hit. Pass. Miss. Pass. Pass. Miss. 3 hits. You take a total of 17 piercing damage to the chest. And can you give me a... can you give me a radiation check real quick?
Sure thing. That's an 8.
You are now poisoned. So you have minor poison. If you would like to know what the status effect does.
Yeah.
So there's 3 different kinds of poisons. There's minor poisoned, and then there's toxic. Minor poison is you're taking a little bit of damage. Poisoned is that you're taking damage and you have like a negative to like checks, saves, and hit. And then toxic is that you have reduced movement, damage, and then usually it either cuts out like a... It usually kind of cuts out AP.
Okay.
I'll make a little chart of
All right.
that in chat for you.
Okay, so you hit me how many times? Because don't I deduct the TT from every time you hit me?
So total damage was I hit you 3 times. The total damage was 17.
Okay, and I have a DT of 4. So 5 damage went through.
Well, if you have a DT of 4, I hit you 3 times. It's about 15 damage. That means you would negate 3 hits of the damage. So if your DT is 4, you're negating 12. Yeah, and only 5 is going through, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So 43. Okay. Okay, got it. And I'm minor poisoned, and that lets me take damage. Okay.
I'm just typing out the chart for you. There you go. So you are currently minor poisoned, so you're taking a total of 4 damage every turn. Every time it's your turn, you're taking the 4 damage.
Okay.
This 4 damage cuts through your armor.
Okay. Gotcha.
It is now Sven's turn.
So I take 4 points of damage.
Oh, you're not rolling it, it's just flat 4, like I already rolled the d4. So you're taking
Oh, okay.
flat 4 every time it's your turn.
Okay, sorry. I just looked at the little chart. That was my bad. All right. I'm gonna shoot it. Okay, that hits. In the right arm. Uh, 18 damage.
Okay.
That hits. Really, I'm just fishing for crits. One's the head. Uh, 25 damage to the head.
Okay. How much damage did you do? 26, you said?
25 to the head.
Okay.
The third shot hits to the left arm. That's 15 damage.
Okay.
That hits. Direct armor. $14. Okay. Yep, no crit. Right arm. $19 damage.
Okay.
Okay. To double check the crit chart real quick, I forget what it is. Okay, I'm looking for a 10. That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, I hit. Left arm again.
Yeah. What did we do for Sylvia?
19 damage.
Alright.
So it should have been 6 shots. Reload. Shoot it again.
You're shooting number 3, right?
Yeah, the big one, yes.
Okay.
Chest.
Okay.
20 damage.
Okay.
19 damage to the chest. One hits. Right arm. 25 damage. And if I counted right, I think I have 1 shot left. Left arm. 18 damage.
You killed it.
Alright, that's... Oh, shit, okay.
As you unloaded all your shots into it, bang, 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 you just filled it with enough lead to make it die. As soon as you do that, though, you see that the backside of it begins to rumble a little bit as it breaks out. And more rad scorpions appear out of it. Apparently it was a mother. Does that end your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of mine.
Okay, Virgil, you're up next.
Alright. I'm gonna aim for the closest one, number 8.
Are you choosing the aim action, or are you...
No, it's just picking my target.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify.
Right. Bad choice of words. I'm using my 357 revolver.
Okay.
So that's... We use our guns to determine if we hit, right?
Is it an energy or normal ballistic?
It's just a normal ballistic.
Guns.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Can also check the chart.
So 45 hits. That's 6.
Well, yeah, it would depend on
Oh,
guns, but yeah, it's all good. It just depends if it's a small or a big gun. But you're using a small gun, so it's agility plus guns, and then
oh, okay.
if it was big guns, it'd be endurance plus guns.
So that's 6 plus Sven's charisma, so that's 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 damage to the 7 is
Which one are you trying to hit?
8.
Okay. How much damage?
11.
6. Yeah, 11.
And where?
7
Direct.
is
Direct armor.
yeah, direct armor damage.
Okay.
Next shot. 37 hits. (11 plus 5, 16 damage to the left arm.
Okay.
Shot number 3. Shot number 3. 21 hits. 10, 15 damage to the head. I choose.
Okay.
Shot number 4. 40 hits. 18 damage.
Killed it.
Oh, to the head. Nice.
So as you blow its little scales and eyes off, you just hear a wow, pow. Classic Western shot goes off.
Alright. Then... what is that? Number 6? So that was 4 shots. So I'll aim at the one behind it, number 6.
Okay. Targeting.
I keep saying
not...
aim. Yeah.
I'd
yeah.
recommend saying I target number 6 rather than I aim at number 6.
Right. Alright, so that was 4, so shot number 5. 68 hits. (11 damage to the left arm. Shot number 6. 43 hits. (13 damage to the left arm.
Okay. One more to the left arm, but it's crippled.
It's 2 AP per shot, right?
Yes. And it's 2 AP to
So
reload.
that's 12. That's 12.
Are you using?
So now I'll use
Are you using a
2
revolver?
AP to... I am.
Yeah, 6 shots you need to reload.
Yeah. 2 AP to reload. That leaves me with 6 AP, so I can do 3 more shots.
You guys are just shredding these encounters apart.
Shot number 1, 55 hits. Nine damage. To the chest. Shot number 2, 48 hits. 11 damage. To the chest.
Okay.
And shot number 3. 3 hits.
I'd imagine it would.
19 damage.
You killed it.
Cool. And that's the end of my turn, out of AP.
You blow number 6's tail off. It is now number 1's turn. Scuttles over. It's gonna try to smack you a few times. Miss. Miss. Hit. It hits you for 5 damage with its stinger. Roll me a radiation check.
It's a D20. 17, my radiation is 8.
You got a 17 on your check?
Yeah.
You
what
are
I
not
rolled.
poisoned.
Yay! You said 5?
Yes. It is now number 5's turn. It's gonna scuttle over here. Number 6's turn. 6 is dead. It's number 7's turn. It's gonna scuttle over to Lena. Hit. 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 Hits you 3 times for 26 damage total, Lena. Remember your DT. Lena, you all good?
So I'm trying to remember. I take
Your DT
So my
is
DT
absorbing it's a damage threshold, so it's absorbing the damage. It's hitting your chest.
Mhm.
What's your chest DT?
4.
Okay, it hits your chest 3 times, and which is a total of 12 DT in total.
Mhm.
It hits you for 26 damage. 26 minus 12. Your armor's condition rating took 12 damage, and your health takes 14 damage.
Okay.
Now, roll me a radiation check.
Is that a 20 or a 100?
A d20.
I rolled a 6 and 5, so 11.
Okay, you do not pass. You were poisoned. You are taking a total of 3 damage every time it's your turn.
Okay.
Let's see.
It is now number 8's turn. Where 8's dead. Number 2's turn. Scuttle over here. It is now Lena's turn.
Okay, so minus 3 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Puts me at 46. I am going to shoot this one directly in front of me.
Okay.
Nope, not that one. Sorry. That's a crit.
Okay.
$3d8. $18.
Plus 5.
So 23.
Times 2. So 46. There's your crit.
And that is going to 7, which is direct armor damage.
How much damage on your crit?
What did you say? 40 what?
46.
Okay. Roll your next hit.
That does not crit. $15?
You're hitting it with a plasma, right?
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't matter right now, but it will matter in the future for certain enemy types. You killed it.
Okay. Okay.
So it melts into a pile of goo.
I'm going to shoot at the one closest to Sven.
Which is what? Because, like, 3, 8, and 6 are dead. So is that what? 1, 2, or 4 or 5?
Looks like 2. It's hard for me to see. It's because it's so small. It's this one I'm moving.
That's dead.
That's dead.
Oh.
You can always zoom in with your mouse.
Oh, look at that. Sorry.
Use the scroll wheel to zoom in.
Yeah.
1, 2, 4, and 5 are the only ones that are still alive.
Okay, I am going to... I'm going to shoot at 4.
Okay.
That's a crit.
Roll that damblage. 18
16,
times
17.
2.
That's
36.
18 plus 5, so you're at 23 damage.
So 46.
Times 2.
Yep.
And
Got
that's
all the
going
crits.
to the right leg.
Okay.
And I believe I have one more. Yes. It's two per move, right?
It's 2 to move, yes. Well, it depends how much you're moving. It's 1 to move 10 feet or 2 to move 25 feet.
No, I mean it's 2 per action, correct?
2 to shoot, yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to shoot number 4 again.
Okay.
No crit. 7,
You killed it.
14, 11,
It was pretty
12.
much guaranteed. It was at
Yeah.
like 4 health. I was holding out hope maybe you roll 3 ones, but you know. So he's been gooified as well. Does that end your turn?
Yes, it does. Sorry.
Okay, number 4 is dead. It's back up to number 3. 3 is dead. Sven, it's your turn.
Um, Alright, let's start by taking my 4 points of damage. Blah, blah, blah. I am going to give all of my AP to Virgil.
How much AP do you have?
20. I think he gets, what, 1 per 3, right? So he would get 6 more AP.
Yeah, 3 AP equals 1 temp HP, so if you were to pass all 10, that would be 9, so he'd be 3 temp AP given. Yep, you've gifted him 3 temp AP. Okay, Virgil, you're up.
Okay. Going to shoot number 1 then. So
Yeah, so he would have 6 AP because I have 20.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, you don't have a cap in there from what I'm seeing. So 1 per 3, he'd get 18.
I have 26 AP.
Yeah,
Oh, jeez. Alright. Let's see. So, first shot. 40 hits. Seven plus 5 is 12. So 12 damage to the chest.
On number 1.
Yes. Shot number 2 hits. For 9 damage to armor.
Okay.
Shot number 3. By 1 point it hits.
Mr. Lucky over here.
I have 10 damage to the chest. And
Okay.
2 AP to reload. Shot number 1 hits. 9, 14 damage to the right leg.
Killed it. I don't mean to interrupt combat, but my cat is currently getting into something as I can hear something crash downstairs. I will be right back.
yeah,
Cool.
no problem.
That leaves me with 16 AP.
Yeah. I gotta figure out something. I'm basically out of bullets. I have like 12 bullets left.
Hey, that shot didn't even hurt this time.
Hmm.
Skunk is rude. He wouldn't even trade me a fear and gore.
Pissed him right off.
Well, thank God the thing that crashed wasn't anything glass or anything. He just
Oh, that's
knocked
good.
over one of the
Okay.
plastic cereal containers. Little shit.
Aren't they all?
Literally, as I came down the steps to go look at him, like, don't do it. He looks at me. I'm like, don't fucking do it, bud. And he's like, I don't care. He knocked it over and then ran away.
Fuck the police.
Fuck the police. Anywho, that interruption aside, sorry.
All good.
You were killing one. Are you about to murder his cousin?
Yes, I'm going to kill 2.
Okay.
Alright. Shot 2. 99 does not hit.
I would assume not.
Oh no. Click that too many times.
Oh no.
Okay. Shot 3. 76 hits. So 8 damage. 2 armor.
Okay.
Shot 4 hits. Oh, 17 damage to the left leg. Did I say that was shot 4 or 5?
Your AP, I'm not keeping track of it.
Oh, shit.
I think that was 4.
Okay. So shot 5 hits. $16 damage to the left arm.
Okay.
And shot 6 hits. 15 damage to the left arm.
Killed it.
And 2 AP to reload. And I'm gonna take take 2 shots at number 5, and
God
that'll be the end of
damn.
my turn.
Man's on
Shot
a tear.
1 hits. 15 damage to the left leg. Hits. 17 damage to the head. And that's it. Had to keep my calculator up to keep track of that.
It gets kind of crunchy at times, man. Okay, that's Virgil's turn. 1's dead. 5 is the only one up. 5 is going to scuttle over to Lena. Hit. Miss. Miss. You take 8 damage, Lena, and roll me a radiation check again.
Three and 5 is 8.
You're poisoned again. Your poison has now upgraded to 7 damage every time it's your turn.
Okay.
If you get poisoned once more, it will advance into from minor poison to poison.
How much damage did I take? You said one
You're
of them
gonna
hit.
take 7 damage when it's. You took a total of 8 damage from the attack, and now you're gonna take 7 damage when it's your turn from poison.
Okay, so 4.
It is now your turn, Lena, so minus the 7 damage.
And minus 7. Sorry, I'm mathing.
Remember, you do have antidotes.
Oh yeah, I do.
You could use take an item or take a chem.
I'm gonna take
Are
an
you-
antidote.
Okay, that would be what? I think that's. Take a chem, 1 minor action. So 1 AP.
Okay.
You pop open an antidote, you drink it, and you feel all of the poison reject from your body as it secretes out your skin as a lubricated sweat. You smell of sulfate now.
Ew.
So you are no longer poisoned.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's up?
Okay. But my headset's beeping and doing weird stuff. My computer's skipping around. Okay, it's my turn. You said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 4 is currently the only one alive. Yes.
5.
The one that doesn't have a color on it. Yeah, number 5.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot at it. That's a crit.
Okay. 18 times 2.
36.
36 to the right arm. Shoot again. No crit.
It's dead already.
7. Okay.
You have cleared the board of encounters. And due to doing it so fast, the amount of turns that you have, you can still see the light on the horizon. Let me get your experience real quick for how much you earned. So that is...
I'm starting to not feel so good, guys. Getting kind of tired.
Is that in character or out of character?
Yes, in character.
Yeah, I give myself an antidote shot as well.
Okay. You take that from Lena's bag and Min secretes out like a sulfate.
Okay, we have one antidote left.
I've got one on me too.
And I'm gonna go around and collect from the ones that are still intact their stingers to add to my collection of stingers that can be made into antidotes later.
Okay. 1 minute. Just getting everything calculated real quick, sorry.
Nope, you're good.
Yeah, no.
So... You earned a total of 530 experience, but is not including any Swift Learner perks. And remember, this is a total of 8 creatures, and Swift Learner is, for each granted creature, depending on your Swift Learner skill, you'll gain more experience depending, but 530 is the base.
Oh dear.
I know.
You both have what? Rank 1, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you both got 650.
Oh, 650? Okay.
Yeah, it's 15 times 8, which is 120. Plus the 530.
How much did you get, Sven, for your rank 2?
770.
Jesus.
An additional 120 XP. Puts me at a total of 1488 of the 1700.
I'm at 1128.
Yeah, these little encounters are fantastic for that perk.
Okay.
What's up, Virgil?
We need you to medicine check and
I'm
survival.
I'm leveling up and I'm trying to
Oh.
do the math.
Hell yeah.
You reached a level. What level are you now?
4. So I started out with 928 XP, and then I gained the 650.
Okay, how much rolls over? So take your total, right? Because whatever is left over rolls over into the next one.
Right.
So how
that
much was it
minus
to? So your current is what? 980, you said?
928,
Okay, so 928 plus how much did you gain?
650.
And it's what's the
50.
level cap for
Uh,
the
1050.
So you got 1578.
so you
Take
have
away 1050.
528 experience left over.
Yep.
Okay. So, 528 out of 1700.
Yep.
You remember how to do your skill points, right?
I might need some help.
Okay. So look at your intelligence. How much intelligence do you have?
10.
Okay. So you have 10 points that you can put into your skill points.
Right. Okay. And if I put them in a tag, it does times 3.
You have to manually put 3 points in instead of just 1. But yes.
But because you have
But
an extra point into your... So you start off with a base of however many points are in your intelligence. And then it's each 1 point of intelligence gives you an extra point to put into your skill points. So instead of 10, it's 20.
Okay, so I have 20 points.
To assign however you wish.
Right.
That's how we've been doing it, right?
I think so.
Correct, Sven?
Let me double check that rule. That seems like a lot. I don't remember it being quite that much. But maybe you might be right. What do I have? I've got 7, 14, 20. I've done 20. So I put in 20 total skill points. 2, 3, 4.
I'll just check Joey's level real quick. So you're 4.
That's it. That's what I'm checking mine now. I've got a 4. And I've got 20 points in.
So if you put in, what? 4 levels, it'd be 12 points total. Versus... So...
If that's how we're doing it, I think I'm short.
Hold on a minute. And then
Yeah.
621 divided by 14... No, just do the normal 10, sorry. We're not doing the... I wrote it wrong of the extra point is just... Yeah. Supposed to be 1 to 1. I'm
Okay,
stupid.
so it's
Continue
10.
on. You get 10 to put wherever you want.
10, and if they go into tag, I have to do it by 3 instead of just 1. 1 point counts as 3.
Yes.
All right. So
Okay.
your rule says when you level, you gain 1 point, and then you get your int. So he would get 11, based off the way you have it written right now.
No, the way it's written, it says increase your skills by 1, and if you have int, choose where the extra points go.
That's right. That's right. I forgot there's
I can't
another
remember
block
how we've been
of
running it.
increase.
If we've been running it that way or just the
Yeah.
normal.
Okay, so 10 points.
I would just need to calculate real quick. So Joey Sven's character. Let me just calculate this real quick before you do anything.
Okay.
3, 6, and then 7.
Yeah, I've got 20 skill points spent.
It's 20. Int.
I'm not sure how I've got
I have more than that because I've been reading books.
right. So I think the
hold on.
first time, yeah, I think what I was gonna say is I think one time we did it where you just gave us the int, and then 2 times we doubled it.
I'm sorry for making this confusing.
Yeah, it's
All
fine.
right.
So I think we've done it both ways. I think the first time that we leveled before Robbie started, I think we just went with a regular int, and then I think after that you doubled it. Because if I have
It
20
hasn't
points spent,
How do you
yeah, if
guys
I've got 20
how do you
points
guys
spent,
prefer it? Do you think the game's too easy with it doubled, or do you prefer it halved?
I think doubled makes it a little bit easier for us to diversify into other skills
Okay.
and
Then
not just have to go tag.
Then we'll just keep it as rules as written.
I would not say that the game is easy by any means.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. I think if you just go with like say the 4 that Jackie and I would get, we're basically stuck never dipping out of tag
Okay. Then
because we have to stay in tag just to keep the skill points
yeah, I'm
up.
sorry that I keep misremembering. We're just gonna keep it as rules as written from now on. I'm very sorry.
That's no problem. So, what is that?
Rules as written is
Officially.
officially in the rules stated every 1 skill point that you have is the one that you gain on a level up. Then every 1 extra point that you have in intelligence, meaning that you have the 1 that's already there, every 1 after that. So it'd be, if you had 10, you gain 10 extra points, meaning you essentially have 20.
Okay. Okay, so I have 20 spent, so that would be correct.
Yes.
So
Okay.
I have
Because-
20 points to spend?
Because you and Jackie, I leveled you up the 1. The first time, I'm going to give you guys a free extra points. So for you, Sven, that would be 4 extra points that you get to assign, and for Jackie, that would be 4 extra points she gets to assign wherever she wants for right now. For you,
Okay.
Joey, yeah, for you, Virgil, assign your 20 points wherever you want.
Okay.
I apologize.
No, you're good.
Yeah, it's no problem at all, man. I'd rather us get it. I'd rather us get it right. We all
Still,
try to
Points
play by
to
the rules.
sneak.
By all accounts, this is still like beta testing for this thing. You're just like the second beta testers in a way.
5 points in sneak, 5 points in guns.
Thank you guys for being patient as I figure this out and you figure this out with me.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. We're having fun.
Yeah.
So 5 and 5 is 10. So
Now, when you say
10.
4 points, is that skill points or is that
Skill points.
special points?
You can
Okay.
assign any 4 that you want into your skill points. Same with Greycon, since I want to keep up with. You guys will be slightly underpowered at this point.
Yep, no worries. I've got mine adjusted.
Yeah, there we go. So 5, 10, and 10 more is 20. Okay.
How'd you distribute your points there, Virgil?
I put 5 points in sneak, 5 points in guns, and 10 points in medicine.
Solid choices.
Isn't guns a tag skill of yours?
It is. So is sneak.
So you do realize that every 1 point is 3 points in there, right?
Yeah, isn't 3 times 5 15?
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't.
shit.
I didn't know you had 0 in there to begin with.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
All good. And
So
since
now
I'm
you're
level
just
4,
so now you're just fishing for crits.
yeah.
Welcome to my world.
And now that I'm level 4, I will take the second Swift Learner perk.
Okay. So now every time you gain experience, you get how much experience?
That's a good question.
Should
be
say on the
plus
perk.
30. Yeah, it should be
Yeah,
plus
plus
30?
perk.
Plus 30 when you get experience from experience sources. That's each individual experience source.
Okay. Plus 30
Doesn't seem
from
like a
each
lot, but
source.
it's kind of busted as it goes on as I'm learning.
It adds up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was that took your encounter for me from 530 to 770.
All right. I think I'm all set now.
All right. So you were gonna do some medicine checks on the two of us, right? And then first aid, I believe, is the correct check.
Are you wanting to do first
Yeah.
aid or a doctor's check?
I always forget. First aid's the one where he heals us, right?
First aid is for healing, doctors is for surgery.
Yeah,
Vice
so we
versa, you
need
could
healing.
use a doctor's bag, but it's not great for just normal healing. It's better for like grievous wounds.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
first
think
aid.
we just need first aid.
That's a D20, right?
No, that is a 100.
100. Okay. So,
And then you gotta beat that little first aid checker on the right hand side of your sheet.
yeah. Here we go for spin. I did not pass. 45, and I needed 43 or less.
Okay.
Roll for Lena. Did not pass at all.
I'm gonna
Okay.
need you to read some more books.
If
I
if
just
only
put
some
points in.
if only
I,
somebody would
I
have put
just
20 points into medicine. I'm just
I put 10 points into it. It's up to 20 now.
I'm just fucking with you, Robbie. You know that.
Can't win them all, man.
No.
But you continue on as you continue the adventure forward.
How many stingers is that?
Well, I need you to roll me a medicine check first to acquire stingers.
Okay. That is D100. 3.
You
Sure, that you
acquire.
can do.
Text this out into your stuff real quick.
So what is that roll compared against? Is that my skill points or my hit?
Be your skill points. Hits when you're using a weapon.
Right, okay. So 3 is definitely less than 76.
Yes. Okay, you gain 7 Radscorp stingers. You can, on a rest, convert them to antidotes to a 2-to-1 ratio. So at most you will be able to make
7 plus
about
4 is
3
11.
about 3 antidotes from the Radscorpion stingers.
But I already
Oh.
had some, so now I have 11 stingers.
Hell yeah.
So technically 4, if you were able to stretch it and get a high enough medicine.
Yeah. But that'll be for a rest.
So as you continue on with the adventure, you begin to catch up again with the team. Lena, roll me another perception and another survival check.
Perception, that was 6 and 3, so 9.
Okay, what's your survival?
Uh, 16.
Could you speak up a bit for me, Lena?
19.
I gotta turn you up again. You're kind of quiet.
Did I roll that right? I don't
Yeah,
think I
just
did.
speak again
Yeah.
for me.
Hello, testing.
Yeah, you got real quiet all of a sudden.
Put your microphone closer to your mouth again.
It's like there.
Yeah, but now I can hear you because you
Now
just
I can hear
adjusted
you.
it.
Okay, and it was
So your perception was quite low as the dim darkness is affecting. Well, do you have dark vision?
She
Yes.
does.
Fuck, never mind. I don't need you to make the rolls for the fucking torch then. You already see the torch, and your survival gets you on point to where it leads you eventually to their area in which they are going. Look on my thing here. Okay. So we load into your first new map. You have found Mander's Cave.
oh wow.
As you follow the guys back to where they are, you eventually follow them all the way back till they enter in the area, kind of like a few of them like here, right? As you guys are off to the side here. Just gonna attach these guys to them. As he walks up with the keg and he's like, and he says to him, "Well, I've returned, and not empty-handed either." He kind of chucks the keg to one of the guys. "I sent some of the others on the way back to go investigate a few areas the boss wanted. Now, if you excuse me, I need to get on through here for a bit. Pardon me." As he heads on through. What do you all want to do?
I don't feel like we are ready for this place. I think we know where it's at. We'll come back. I think we need to go report back to the town.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in a perfect world, I'd love to use the dynamite to seal them in there, but we don't have enough for that, so we should probably go.
Wait, you have dynamite?
Didn't they give us dynamite?
Yeah.
I'm certainly not the one carrying it.
Yeah, we got some dynamite. I thought Jackie wrote it down on her sheet. I don't see it.
Lena has flashbangs, not dynamite.
Ah, flashbangs. Okay.
Could have sworn the sheriff gave us dynamite. Maybe we forgot. Either way, we don't. It wouldn't have been enough to cave in the structure. We should probably go. This place is
Yeah,
it
let's go
looks
back
deep.
to the town.
It looks deep.
Looks very heavily guarded too.
Yeah. Those two guys at the front look very scary.
All right, let's go.
As you do kind of like peek the corner a little bit, as you can see him walk in, the guys that are there have one piece of combat gear on, like one piece of combat chest plate, as they're just muscular as all shit.
Get the fuck out of here before they pump us up.
We're gonna
Yeah,
pump you up.
So I am down to 12 bullets. So I have a major problem right now. But yeah, let's head back. Probably need to. It's like 2 days, right? So we probably should take a rest and heal up. So we'll go somewhere safe.
I was gonna ask, did you want to travel a bit before you rest?
Yeah, we're not gonna rest right outside of the base. We're gonna get somewhere a safe-ish distance away and rest.
Okay.
Yes.
Roll some encounter dice. You rolled high enough on the encounter dice to be safely passaged back into the wasteland. Upon being back into the wasteland area, you all need to give me your... What was it? Look at my notes again. You're in not safe areas, so... What is everybody's survival stat?
24.
36.
Survival.
Just your stat.
You want the
21?
skill point? Yeah, the skill point, right? Yeah.
Yeah. 21.
Okay.
Oh man, I need to increase my endurance.
You just beat it by 1 point.
Ooh.
You were able to take a long rest, if you choose to do so.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, on that rest, I would like to make some antidotes.
Okay, roll me a medicine check real quick.
Alright. 61 is less than 76. Yay!
You are able to make 3 antidotes, but not... you didn't roll low enough to make 4.
Okay. And that used up how many of the, said it was 3 to 1? Or 2 to 1?
It's a 2 to 1 ratio, so that would have used up about... about 8.
8. So I've got 3 stingers left.
Also, because
And
you're taking a long rest, it's your endurance times 4. So whatever your endurance stat is, times that by 4, and that's how much HP you recover.
Okay.
endurance times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. Yay! Back up to full HP.
Uh,
How are your rads looking there, Sven?
I need 1 or 2 more doses.
I don't think it's been a full day yet.
I thought it's 2 days of travel plus we rested. So I don't know. It should.
It has
be
been a
time for
day's
another
worth
one?
of time. You can take a tablet.
Oh, okay.
You traveled
Then I will
into the
take
night, and then
tablet.
you did a full rest, which is 10 hours. So that would equal up to the next day.
All right. So I've got one of my bottles of water, or boiled waters. So take the tablet, drop it in. Say D10 for clean water. It's a 5. So I go down to 8 rads.
You're not gonna know what to do. Not having any rads.
Well, once we're all cleared of rads, we can start using those tablets to increase our supply of clean water. Because they clean dirty water.
Okay. I think we're ready. Is there any way to like police brass and remake bullets and that kind of thing?
1 minute. I believe there's a perk for this.
Yeah, there is a perk that says you get more brass when you from an encounter. Yes.
Where is it? I believe it's called hand reloader or something.
Yeah, hand loader.
So, the thing about recovering brass is that you can do it, but you gotta be vigilant about it, meaning that every battle you would have to, on your own, make the check, which would be a guns check. It would be investigation, and then you would do guns to spot how many bullet casings you can find. If you got hand reloader, you could automatically recover all your brass. Also, to then fashion your bullets, you would then need to find a loading station, because it requires something special, like a workbench. So you need to find a loading bench, or some kind of workbench to do it at. If you had hand reloader, you could do it on the fly, sort of like you got a gun kit. Technically, if you had like a loader's kit, you could do it too, but you guys haven't found that. So it's more just a thing you have to be vigilant about.
Okay, I'll start doing that after every fight.
The normal is that at best you can recover half the casings you spent. The other thing that you need to do is to know how many casings you can recover is you need to keep track of how many bullets you've shot. So on your own you need to recover, like say you keep track of how many shots you've made. There's 8 casings on the ground, roll investigation. If it's at its highest, you get to recover 4. Plus the guns is like if you recover any of like the parts like primer or like a cap or something, right?
Okay.
Or you find like hulls on the ground as well. Beyond, well, you find like lead or something. You find, and then if you have the powder, the primer, and lead, you can start fashioning your own stuff. Hand loader though is like specialty rounds and that kind of thing. Or if you find recipes for it, you can do specialty rounds. Same thing with the energy cells, technically. The only thing with energy cells, though, is you can't recycle them as easily. as you'd have to keep track of every cell that you're done using, and then at the end, roll me a science check to see if you're able to recover it, and if you're able to recover it, it's about like a 1 in 4 chance of you being able to recover it. Then after you've recovered it, if you gain enough of them, you can recycle them and do 1 charge pack. It's not quite as efficient, but it's more efficient to get a bunch of normal fusion cells and make it like an overcharge or something with the energy version of that. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Anywho, are you willing all to travel now? Back to the,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay, I'll roll your encounter dice. Ooh. Okay.
Not these things.
You encounter 2 centaurs. As the undulating mass of different appendages and multiple human bodies stitched together in a Frankenstein abomination undulates towards you, combat is now initiated. It is number 2's turn first, as it is going to kind of get a little bit close. It's immediately going to go for a bite attack on Lena. Just so I can get this correct here. Okay. Have their stats rolled out. Miss. As it does its first bite attack, it's going to miss. It's then going to choose to vomit up acid onto you. Hit.
Now, does that bypass my DT?
It's dealing equal damage to you, to your health and your DT. So your armor takes 7 damage and you take 7 damage.
Okay.
As it spills up bile onto you. Upon doing so, there is now a puddle of acid below you. If you stay in that after every time you start your turn in the acid, it's going to deal damage to your armor of 1d12. So on your turn, your armor is going to take 12 damage.
Okay, on my turn, my armor's going to take 12 damage. Sorry, my headset is being weird.
Yes, on your turn, because you're standing in a pool of bile, your armor is going to take 12 damage.
Okay.
All of it, including the head and the chest and everything. All conditional. So now the number 1's turn as it slithers its way over to Virgil on this side. It's going to make a head swipe at you. It hits, and it's going to vomit acid when it hits again. Okay. Virgil, you take 4 biting damage and 7 acid damage.
Okay. Armor would have absorbed the bite, but not the acid.
You're also standing in bile, and your bile damage will be... That puddle is basically 12 again, so... On your turn, your armors overall will take. So now it is your turn, Sven, covered in this bile acid and standing in it, this bubbling pool of just stomach juices. Your whole armor set takes 12 damage to its condition.
Wait, I'm in it too?
No, just... Oh, sorry, not you, Sven. It's your turn. I thought it was Virgil's turn. It's going to be Virgil's turn. Virgil, it'll be your turn next time. So, you can wait a bit. But, Sven, you're up.
No, okay. I mean, I don't care if he goes first. Doesn't matter to me. We have the same score. Like,
I'll just do Virgil since I said that first. Virgil,
Yeah.
you're up. Take that 12 damage to your condition if you already did. It is your turn. What do you want to do?
Okay. That's to both helmet and chest.
Yes, because it, like, vomited its whole juices at you up its throat.
Gross.
You can say that again.
That's 12 damage, you said?
Yes, to both pieces of armor. It's condition rating.
Yeah. Just making sure I get that down. Okay.
Be lucky
So
I didn't
I'm
include
gonna-
the condition rating on weapons. That would have been fucking annoying.
I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
That's 10 feet, right? 1 AP.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, and then I'm gonna shoot the guy that just puked on me. So now my gun's hit die is at 102, so I am also fishing for crits, which I don't get, but it hits. That's 8 plus 5, 13 damage. 2.
The right arm.
Right arm.
Yeah, I took the chart and I pasted it right next to my perks chart. So that way it's all on one character sheet, so I don't have to hunt for it every time I attack.
Yeah. Okay. Shot number 2
You could also write it out and put it next to you.
hits. So, hits the head for 21 damage. Got 3 hits. 13. The right arm. Shot 4. Hits. $20 damage. On the left leg. Shot 5. 12 damage on the armor. Shot 6. Shit, hits the right arm for
Right arm is crippled.
shit, 18 damage. Did I cripple it or was it already crippled?
No, you crippled it.
Okay. So 18 damage. And then reload.
Meaning that if you hit it again in the right arm, you'll do a crit.
Right. Yeah, that's why I asked.
Yeah.
Make sure it wasn't already crippled.
No, you crippled it.
Okay.
If you shoot it twice, it cripples it. Depending, it doesn't have any. It doesn't technically have any like metal armor, so it's like less, but yeah.
Right. Let's see. 12.
Usually depends on like damage
Plus-
threshold and how much it has left and all that shit. You don't need to worry about it.
I've used up 12 APs in shooting, 1 AP in movement. So that leaves me with 7. So, oh, and 2 AP in reloading. So I can do 2 shots. Okay. It's 19 damage to armor. $10 damage to the left arm. That's it.
Okay. So as you shot your many times, you crippled its right arm, its head is hit, its left leg is hit, and its left arm is hit. Out of the multiple centipede-like creature that it is, as it lets out a wretched screech of inhuman proportions as it vomits up a little bit of blood on the ground. The blood, again, is a bright blue color. It is now Sven's turn.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Which one?
Number 1, the same one he just shot a bunch.
Okay.
First shot's gonna be left arm. 21 damage. Second shot is gonna be direct armor damage. 27.
Okay.
Third shot will also be direct armor damage.
Okay.
24.
It no longer has any armor left.
Fourth shot. Left arm.
Left arm is
21
crippled.
damage. Okay. fifth shot to the head. 22 damage. Number 6. Left arm, which is crippled. That is 17 damage. Crippled, so I
Times
double,
two.
right?
Yeah, times
Yeah.
2.
So 34.
Okay.
Reload.
You shot its arm off.
100. What's the crit chart? It's what, 10? Okay. 7 is direct armor. 20.
Okay.
Direct armor. 17. I have 1 shot left. Chest. 14.
Again, it coughs up some more blood as you shot 2 of its arms off. It begins bleeding profusely, blue blood all over the ground. It smells like embalming fluid.
That is the end of my turn.
Okay, as that ends your turn, it is now Lena's turn. Lena, you are standing in the acid. Take 12 condition damage to your armor. All of it.
I am going to. Oops, sorry. Going to shoot this one that is. Oh no, wait. First, I'm going to take a step to the side. So -1 AP.
Okay.
Shoot the one that's all fucked up.
Well, I wanted to get out of the acid. Is that okay?
I guess.
I'm gonna shoot the one that's all fucked up then. No crit. Math. 7 and 7 is 14.
14 plus 5 is 19.
What is the +5 coming from?
His
Me.
charisma.
Okay.
So,
Alright, so
because
19.
the charisma, I think it's like every, what?
It's 1 for every 2 points, and I have 10 points of charisma.
Okay. Alright, so 19 direct armor damage.
So how's it working with him not having armor? Does he just
He just
losing
takes
chunks
direct
of hit
damage.
points?
Yeah, so like after you cut
Nice.
the armor away, it doesn't matter. Direct armor damage will just directly hit him for damage. Whereas the limbs is you're just farming to cripple limbs to get more crits.
Okay.
Alright, second attack. No crit. 12 and 5 is 17. That's the wrong die. To the right arm.
Right arm is crippled to get a crit. So your damage. 13 plus 5 is 18 times 2.
36.
The direct armor.
Okay, you've killed this one.
I
Upon
only have 1 AP left.
Upon killing number 1, I need to now roll on the birthing chart. Ooh. As soon as it begins to die, it ruptures as its spine cracks open with a bloody escapade of a creature that was inside of it. Out from it, 2 floaters pop out.
I'm gonna end my turn because I only have 1 AP left.
Okay. As that happens, floater number 1 is going to walk over to... It's not really walking, but a minute. Careful, the new enemy type. As he floats, just in place, he is going to inhale and hit, hit, hit. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25. After all of its hits, it extends out a 25-foot blast of fire from its face. It deals 4 damage to you, Virgil.
Oh.
I need you to make me a energy skill point check. Energy weapon skill point check.
Okay. That's 31. I rolled a 13.
After passing, you are not set on fire.
Oh, goody.
The second one is going
Yeah.
to float over here.
Those need to die.
Roll to hit. 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 Oh, max range. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Upon doing this one, that blasts out frost from its face as an icy wind comes out. Upon doing so, filled with radioactive frost, and it is going to deal 9 damage to you, Virgil. Upon being hit with it, I need you to roll me another energy weapon skill check.
Fail.
Upon failing, your movement has been slowed by 10 feet. So in order to move, you'll have to use a 2 AP movement, which will only be for 15 feet. This will last for 1d6 turns. This is going to last for 4 rounds of combat. Okay, that ends them. It's now number 2's turn. As number 2 is going to vomit up 2 more bile. One on you, Lena, one on you, Sven. Let's see if it hits. Miss. Hits for a Sven. Just upon doing so, your health and armor takes 10 damage as your bile puddle is now going to deal 10 damage when you start your turn there to your condition rating. So that's your health and condition rating down by 10 HP.
Okay.
That ends its turn as number 1. Number 1 is still writhing. I need to roll another check for it. Another floater has hatched from it. Okay, it is now your turn, Sven. Let's take your 10 condition rating damage.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Just a second. Alright, I am going to move here,
Okay.
and I'm going to start shooting at number 2.
Okay.
Hits. To the head. 24 damage.
Nice.
Hits. To the head. 20 damage. Hits. Not to the head. Left arm. 23 damage. Reload. Fire. Hits. Direct armor. 16 damage. Hits. To the chest. 20 damage. Hits. My choice, if we're going to go back to the head.
Head is crippled.
26 damage. hit. The right arm. .22 damage. Hits. Left leg. 24 damage.
Okay. Is that all the damage?
Yeah, it's everything. Out of AP.
So you managed to do a good number on it. You almost destroyed all of its armor. Upon doing so, you blew its head clean off, which, as you blow its head off, it just starts spewing a fountain of acid all around it. Roll another d12. 5. Upon standing in that, you will take 5 armor damage. Lena?
Not all of it.
Yeah, I gotta transfer this to a new thing real quick. Sensor. I just had to transfer all the stuff to a new sheet. Okay. Ends your turn, Sven. It is now Lena's turn. So Lena, you take your 10 acid damage to both pieces of your armor. It smells like stomach juices, kind of like bad tuna salad.
I thought you said it was 5.
Mm-mm. Was it 5?
The new one, yeah, she's out of the old one.
Yeah, sorry, 5. Sorry, Lena.
Am I just frozen solid right now?
No, you have reduced 10 feet movement, meaning that you can't do a minor move, and if you do a major move, it's reduced 10 feet, so it goes from 25 to 15.
Okay. You skipped my turn.
Did I? No, I thought we did Sven. I thought we did Virgil first, then Sven.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I got confused.
Hang on. So that is how we did it the first round, but this
Oh,
round.
I'm sorry. I skipped your turn. Virgil, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry, Virgil.
Okay. No problem.
I'm getting mixed
That's
up.
gross.
It's our fault. We went out of the initiative order. That's why it's written down, is to help everybody not get confused.
I'm already fucking myself over.
Yeah, I'm struggling too. My meds kicked my ass around this time. I am going to target 1F.
Okay.
Okay, no crit. Nice. 14 damage to... Shit, where'd my thing go? To the left leg. Do these things have legs?
No, but tails. So how much damage?
14.
Okay, something interesting happens.
Okay.
Okay. So what happens is as soon as you hit it with a shot, right, you see its stomach begin to boil up as it almost like inflates a little bit and then fires off a fireball shot at you. Boom! From its body and mouth. Upon doing so, I need to see if this hits you. Yes. You rolled 16 damage, divided by 2 is how many dice it then gets to do is 8 dice. You take 24 fire damage.
Oh.
How you looking there, Virgil?
Not good. I've got 11 HP left. Well, my next shot I rolled a crit.
Ooh.
Four plus 5 is 9.
Kill it.
Times 2.
Upon killing it,
Nine.
it erupts
Yeah.
into an explosion of flames.
Cool. So, my third shot, I'll target 3A. Ooh.
As it erupts, boom! It spreads fire all around it, which then catches 3A in it. It deals a total of 26 fire damage. Which detonates 3A to then deal acid damage.
Cool. Then I guess I'm targeting 21 or 2I. Whatever that says.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be, just the abbreviation letter is supposed to be what element it is. Like F is fire, A is acid, I is ice.
Okay. So going for 2 ice. No crit. 20 damage. To the right leg.
Okay, it's going to attempt to fire back at you. It misses entirely as it sends a ball of ice past you. Let's see, does it hit Sven? It does hit Sven. Hey Sven,
Yep.
you take 39 damage to the chest.
Holy crap.
Okay.
You've been frosted. You have the same negative 10 movement that he has. What are you going to do next, Virgil? Virgil? Hello?
Robbie?
Sorry, my kid's being a menace.
Oh. I have a cat, you have a kid.
I have a kid and 4 cats.
Oh god, we are not the same at all.
Alright, so now I'm targeting the same one again. No crit. 5 and 10 damage.
You kill it as it explodes into an icy burst.
Okay.
Yeah, floaters are definitely not within your level range, but, you know, you're doing good against them. That
I'm in
wasn't, that wasn't obvious.
my little alleyway of safety.
Now what? Is that end your turn? You still got more left to do. Still more left to give.
Oh, that's.
That should have been
what-
everything.
Yeah, everything's dead.
Not quite.
No, the number 2 is not dead.
I thought
You popped its head
blew-
off.
It ain't dead.
It's just spewing acid like a fountain. It ain't dead.
Oh.
They don't die that easy.
Yeah. He distinctly
lost
did not
track
say
of-
it was dead.
It's a
So
centaur.
I did 2 shots, 2 shots. So that's 4 shots, that's 8 AP. Okay. Shooting the centaur then. No crit. 15 damage to the armor, of which it has none.
Now it has none. Had 8 left.
Ooh, crit. So 15 times 2 is 30 damage. To the left leg. Two AP to reload.
You've crippled the left leg.
55. It's not a crit because I don't have that much luck. 8. It's 5. It's 13 damage to the armor. Last shot. No crit. $13 damage again. To the armor again. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. It's lowered pretty consistently. It's not dead yet, but as you fire away more so, it begins to undulate as whatever is inside of it is growing pretty big. Lena, you've already taken your
Sure.
damage before, so it's your turn.
Good night.
I'm gonna back up 3 squares. So that's 1, 2, 3 AP.
No, it's 2 AP. Remember, 2 AP is 25 feet.
Okay. And I'm going to fire. Can I reach him? Let's see.
I mean, he's within 10 feet of
15
you.
feet. Okay. No crit? $17 and 5 is 22. To the left leg.
Critted, so 22 times 2 is 44.
Shoot again. No crit.
10 plus 5 is 15. That's not the right die. To the chest. 2, 4, 6. I can go one more time.
Its chest is crippled.
No crit. 16. My choice. Let's go with the chest.
You've killed
And
it.
that's the end of my turn.
Upon doing so, it explodes, releasing the monster inside of it. Rolling on the birth chart. Okay. Spawns a rad gecko. As it's gonna waddle its way over here and try to attack you, Virgil.
Rude.
Miss. Hit. You take 1 damage as it breathes fire on you. Roll me radiation check.
Right. Six plus my 8. 14.
You said you got a 14?
Yeah.
You do not take any damage from its fire, however you didn't pass enough for its radiation. You take... three rads.
And remember, you've got the mask, so you get to negate 50 points a day.
Does that count?
Your mask would block the 3 rads.
Okay, cool. Mask, do the thing.
You just got to keep track of how many rads it can block. It can only block so many before it needs to be repaired.
Yep. See, that's 3 points, so that'll drop it down to 47.
It is now number 2's turn. Let me roll to see if it spawns anything. Spawns
What?
another floater. Sorry, no. 2 does not spawn. No. 2 spawns another rad gecko. Number 1.
Spawn more? That's gross.
1 does not spawn anything. Sven, it is your turn.
I am gonna give Virgil 6 AP.
Okay. Virgil, you now have 6 AP. You have
Your
6
turn,
temp
Virgil.
AP. You're up, Virgil.
Oh no.
Go to blasting.
Hold on, let me make sure I have enough bullets.
You have a case. Like, you had like a giant thing with like a shitload of bullets.
And I've been blasting.
Yeah, if I remember right, though, it was like 60 or 70 bullets.
Can always check in your notes
Like-
here.
Yeah, I've been keeping track of it and going down every time I use bullets. Just used 6 plus 2 more. Oops, that's not right.
This is a long combat.
Yeah. Alright. Shooting the one next to me.
Rootin', tootin', shootin'.
Hey, crit.
Hey yo.
5, 10, so 20 damage. To the right arm.
Roll me a radiation check.
Oof. 8 plus 8, so 16.
I found the dynamite.
Okay, you
So
pass.
Jackie,
As it pulses radiation, you take 2 rads.
so Jackie, you should have 4 dynamite with a 10-foot AOE that does 2d12.
Is
That
that
was
specific?
15.
Is that specific kind of radiation blockable by my mask?
Yes, your mask blocks all rads. It's just that
Okay.
rad geckos, when they're hit, similar to the floaters that have the passive, when they're hit, they eject something from their body. The geckos give off a pulse of radiation. Glowing ghouls technically do it stronger, but rad geckos are a weaker version of that.
Ugh, that's gross.
If you were in melee range, it'd be a lot more, but you're at range, so you're getting like the fumes of it.
Okay.
And you save, so half the rads, but
Crit.
oh, you critted on that one too?
The first shot, yeah.
How much was your second shot?
This is my second shot. 19.
You kill it. Radiation check, please.
Okay. 15 plus 8.
You pass.
23.
Take another 2 rads. So this one's dead.
Okay.
As it dies, it slowly begins to leak irradiation.
Alright. Shot 3. Go in for the other one. Crit. 14 plus 5 is 19.
Are you sure you're... How high is
Should be
your
on
luck?
10s, right?
Well, depends, because your lux is only a 3, meaning that...
Yeah.
Check the luck chart real quick. Because yes, it's on
10,
10s, but
20.
it's 10s up to a certain threshold.
Oh, okay. So that wasn't a crit then.
A luck of 3 only gives you crits up to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
Yeah. Okay, I've been doing that wrong then, my bad.
It's okay. Good that I caught it now.
So that's 19 damage to the right arm.
Rad check. No, sorry, not a rad check for you. Lena, rad check.
Sorry.
14 and 5 is 19.
Where are you getting the +5 from? Oh, that's your modifier. Okay. You take 2 rads.
Where the hell are we putting that? I have...
You have the mask like everybody else. So
Yep.
You should have a thing that says like 50 out of 50 per day and deduct 2 off of that.
All right. 4th shot. 67. Seven plus 5. 12. To the right arm.
Okay, you killed it. Lena, another radiation check.
Ooh.
19 plus 5 is 26. I mean 24.
2 more rads to you, and combat is over. Let me calculate all the experience up of everything.
5, 6, 7 enemies.
Yep.
Okay.
How does the Swift Learner work? It's
For each source of experience, depending on the level of your perk, gives you the accrued experience. Like, if it's a level 1, you get 15 per thing giving you experience.
okay.
I'm just writing this down as there's different experience numbers here to be gained, but you're getting a lot right now. And there's floaters. As you just killed some high-level encounters. And 2 rad geckos. Prepare for a lot of experience incoming. You all gained a total of 1,805 experience.
Holy crap. Oh, there's a level up.
Mind, remember your Swift Learner stuff.
Yeah.
Because there was a total of, what, 2, 3,
There were 7 enemies.
5. There was 1, 2, 3,
Three-
4, 5,
3
6,
floaters.
yeah,
3
7
floaters,
enemies.
2 geckos, 2 big dudes, yeah.
7 enemies. So if you had the basic level 1, 7 times 15 is 105 extra
105.
experience. If you had the level 2 perk, it's 210 extra experience.
Yep.
Yep.
So it's either like, you know, somewhere 1,900 or 2,000.
Yep. So leveled. Not terribly far from leveling again after that. Alright, and we said skill points are 1 plus your intelligence modifier.
So if you had 10 intelligence, you get 10 extra points, adding up for 20.
Okay.
You could think about it 2 times whatever your intelligence is.
Okay.
think I did that right.
You had 500 before. You got about 2K, which add on a. How much was it to your next level up?
1700.
So you should have about 800 left, not 843 left.
Did I do my rest wrong? I hate math.
I mean, you caught up with the rest of the party pretty fast.
Well, yeah.
Did y'all put your skill points in?
Not yet. It's the 20 points.
Yes. However you
Okay.
want. Tags is 1 to 3. Meaning, 3 in a tag is 9.
Alright, I'm gonna try to find brass.
Why didn't that do anything?
How do you want me to do that?
What'd you say?
I said I'm gonna try to find I'm gonna try to find brass.
Okay, so I need you to roll me investigation.
Okay.
Could you keep track of how many
Nope.
shots you fired?
Yeah, I did.
Mm,
I nat one it.
okay, you don't find anything.
Okay.
So what did you decide to sink your points into, Sven?
I put a couple points in sneak, and then I actually put like a point in repair, medicine, and science to try to help kick up some of my general checks.
Yeah, I put mine to sneak in science.
Did you
put all 20 of
did
my-
you make
my
sure
points.
to when you did that mark your tags correctly? Oh, you don't have a tag. I'm looking at the wrong sheet. Never mind. You're fine.
I put all 20 of my points into unarmed. Only got 5 bullets left. I'm gonna be using that big electric claw a lot more.
So you had an ammo case with 45, and you got like 8 boxes of ammo with like.
I had 64 at the start,
You have
and I've
64?
been
Okay.
I've been tallying it down every time I use my shots on my turn.
Okay.
You just went through 2 big combat encounters.
I get it. Oh, did Jackie? Did you have the dynamite? So the entry.
No,
was-
my headset is doing weird stuff, so I'm getting like half of what people are saying at the most inopportune times.
Okay, so on the last game at 4:25 at 9:19, the DM put in there 4 dynamite, 10-foot AOE, 2d12.
10-foot.
Do they put that in the
AoE.
main chat or your?
It's in the Wasteland campaigns chat.
Oh, I forgot to put it into your inventory. I don't know who was picking it up.
All right, 10-foot AoE. What else?
2d12.
Okay. That is in my explosive.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to put that in.
I got it.
It's just nice knowing I'm not crazy. I
This
mean, I
is-
am crazy, but still.
This is why I like having the archive, because even if I fuck up, you guys can check it for me.
Oh, speaking of my electric power fist, did we ever decide on what the damage roll for it was?
Well, remember, it's your unarmed. That's the flat damage. The weapon just adds an effect to it.
So the
Okay.
whatever my unarmed skill is, the flat damage.
So
So the strength, it's strength plus. It's right there at the same time. Strength plus for every 10 points in unarmed, 2 damage. So how many skill points do you have in unarmed?
I have 38. Wait, do you mean the points that I've added, or my skill
Nope,
points over on the right?
The one that says skill points on the right.
60.
So that's 6 times 2. So that's 12 plus your strength. So what's your strength?
So damage is 12 plus 3.
So 15.
So you're doing a flat 15 punch if you hit.
Plus my plus 5. So every time you would hit, 20 damage.
Plus whatever melee weapon you're using's effect.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not terrible, is it?
No, it's not terrible.
Unarmed can be easily the best damage in the game, but you also risk, getting close to shit you really don't want to get close to.
Yeah.
Alright. So I feel like on the way back, we need to see if we can, I don't know, look around and explore and see if we can find, items, ammo and shit like that. So I don't know how you want to handle that as the DM. I mean, like when you're playing Fallout, you find cars and...
So on your general journey, right, you can choose to make a check to check the area as you're traveling.
Okay.
It would be, depending on the person, what you want to do. So like a wide berth view would give you a perception check, which helps you find new locations along the way. Investigation would be like, I see a car over there. So whoever wants to be scout would do that.
Okay.
So
yes,
make
we need to
a person
doing
a scout,
like that.
and when I roll encounter dice, depending on the encounter dice, it gives you 2 or 3 or whatever. So like if it's 1 encounter dice, you have 1 check to make, whether it wants to be discover a new location or scavenge.
Okay. Yes. And so that is based off of perception. So I think Robbie, you have the highest perception.
I don't know about that.
It's based
My
off of
perception.
medicine.
Yeah, I know. My perception is 8.
Right. It's based off of medicine. You're the only one with medicine.
I thought Jackie had a higher perception than me earlier.
That is because she read her special and not her general check.
Yeah, I have a 0 in medicine.
Okay.
So under your general check on the left-hand side, what does it say for perception?
I have a 3.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a 3 as well. You have an 8.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we gotta scavenge and try to find ammo and shit.
Right.
Because we have very little caps and we have almost no ammo as well.
Just gonna pin this.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your investigation? Your investigation is going to be pretty good too, because you also have repair. So
One
you're
person
definitely a
gets to
scout.
make the check, and one
Yeah.
person has to be a scout. So
That's what I'm saying. I think Robbie's got both, so he's got the repair and the medicine, so he's got a good investigate and perception. So you're definitely. Congratulations.
Well, I'm also the sneaky character, so.
I put some points in sneak.
Yeah, mine's up to 70.
Mine's about 50.
Mine's at 95.
I'm sorry, mine's
Nice.
at 48. 46.
you're being the sneaky child that's gonna just throw some fucking flash grenade in some guy's pillowcase. The poor guy's gonna wake up in the morning going, bang! Oh God, the sun!
That's right.
She's got dynamite now.
I got flashbangs too.
You go up to some
Alright,
priest.
so-
You go up to some priest pillowcase, chuck the dynamite in. The next morning, boom! I guess God didn't like him anymore. The devil came to see him.
All right, so we need to do some medicine checks to try to heal us after that fight.
Yes, please.
One person
We are all fucked up. Yep.
make a first aid.
Yep.
Yep. That's
Let's go over here now. It's a D100. Alright, so the first roll is for Sven. 19. I rolled, and I need 4d3 or less. So I pass.
and what's the amount?
19.
Fuck yeah.
I rolled 19, and the amount's also 19.
Okay, that puts me up to 24.
Alright. Next check is for Lena. 40. Another pass. Heal 19.
Oh,
And, I can perform first aid on myself, right?
Yes, you could.
Well, I failed.
No, you can't.
Oh,
You know, apparently
You
you
in fact-
tried and the game said no.
You in fact cannot
That's-
perform first aid on yourself.
That's not cool. I only have 11 HP.
If you want, you could try to use some of your medical supplies like stim packs and such.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
You do have some
Yes,
super stims left over
Super
you
station?
should use one of those.
in Lena's bag.
There you go.
We also have like healing salves too.
If you prefer a slower
how'd-
method.
How does the super stim work?
You jab it into your leg and you heal 4d12 HP.
4d12. Okay. Well, jamming that in.
So you have one less super stim now.
25. Yay, 25.
Upon doing that, who is going to do the scout roll?
That'll be me.
Yeah.
Which one? Perception or investigation?
We want perception to look for stuff.
No, perception is general. Yeah, general location spotting. So roll me a perception.
Okay. Percepting. 16 plus 8.
Sorry, I got that mixed up. That should be investigation is for scavenging.
Okay.
Well, it's the
Perception.
same roll, so
Yeah.
16 plus 10.
You don't gotta reroll
26.
it. 26.
Oh.
Okay. you got a 26, right?
Yep.
So your 26 comes up that you find an abandoned car. As you approach the abandoned car, you see that there was a family that was on the road. They're off to the side. The girl was giving the guy a roadhead.
Oh, a
And
weird family.
there was 2 kids in the back. One had a Nuka-Cola, and the other one appeared to have some kind of sandwich. You can't tell because the bread has been fossilized in carbon. Roll me an investigation check.
Okay. Investigating. Nat 20.
Okay. I will type out what you find.
Is that going in my inventory or the general?
It's just the general chat, and then you can divide it amongst yourselves.
Okay.
Okay, space this out. Okay, you got a pretty good roll on this. as you find 24 pistol bullets, 12 shotgun bullets, one gun cleaner case. Either allows you to restore a broken gun to working order or to install a mod without a repair check. 6 throwing knives, 1 single shotgun, and a barrel stabilizer mod that adds the aim property to the gun, meaning that you won't have to take the aim action when this gun is when a gun is modded with the aims, the stabilized barrel, essentially.
Sounds like a good rifle mod.
It's a good shotgun mod because aim lets you not hit your allies, and the shotgun has spread.
True.
To remind you of the spread quality for the gun, if I scroll all the way up in my general rules, just to remind you all, the spread gun effect is... Where is it? Right there it is. The damage is inflicted equally among the numbered targets that are in front of you, divided by the base number of foes. So, if your 10 feet can technically hit 3 people, and you deal, say, the 48 damage comes out to 16, 4 divided by 16, everyone's taking 4 damage.
Now with aim, does he get to pick somebody? Because I know there's something about that. I don't recall the exact
So,
wording.
there's 2 different kinds of aim. Aim, if you aim down sights, you can make it so no one takes damage if you miss and they're in the line of sight. Scope aim is you get a plus 15 to your effective range, doing half damage to friends if you miss and they are in your way. Scope aim, just with scope aim specifically, you can aim at a body part. Normal aim, you cannot. Think about like hip fire aim versus just, you're scoping in to actually pick out a part.
Okay. So this aim property for the gun wouldn't
It's
actually
just-
really help.
It's
Okay.
just to make sure you don't hit your allies if you, put it on a gun and you miss. And they're in direct line of fire, which you guys have been pretty good about not being in direct line of fire, but been in open spaces, closed in spaces could get a little dicey.
It happens. So
What's
I'll
truly...
take
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I'll take the pistol bullets. You guys can figure out the rest. Sounds like the gun cleaner case and the barrel stabilizer are good for the shotgun. Since you mentioned it.
Well, I mean, we'll hold on to the gun cleaner case for now, in case we find a broken gun or something that we want to repair. I'll take the shotgun. How do thrown weapons work?
Let me check real quick. I think I have it in there. Thrown weapon...
Actually, I guess I could just use thrown a... Yeah, I don't see a weapon check for that, so...
Let me check my rules real quick. See if I did anything for it.
Perception, subtract agility plus melee weapon.
Yeah, for throwing to be your perception, subtracted to your agility, then plus your melee weapons skill to figure that out.
Okay.
Well then
No,
is
it's
the
not.
1d6 just for hit? Or
That's
is the thing...
So, for example, if you were to... I'll just use Virgil as an example. Take your perception, which is 5, minus your 10 is 5, then plus your unarmed, which would be 63, added to 68. To throw, you would have to roll under a 68.
Well, no, he'd be minus 5. 5 minus 10, so he'd be minus 5. So from 63, he'd be at 58.
No, it's We're not
Okay.
going into negatives here. It's just the
Okay.
10 minus 5 is 5, and then that's the 5
Okay.
plus the unarmed, which is then 63 plus 5 is 68.
Okay. I was just reading the way you wrote it, which is
Yeah, no, I
perception
didn't
minus
mean to put it
agility.
into negatives, sorry.
Okay.
So yeah, you'd have a 68 to throw on, the throwing stuff.
Damn, so throwing takes extra math to get the hit on it instead of just using the unarmed
Yes.
or the melee weapon. Yeah, y'all can have fun with that. I'll hang back from throwing weapons.
I mean, you do a pretty good throwing weapon, though. 68, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, I won't be able to hit anything with it. I'd have.
Think of throwing as just a ranged way of doing, if you wanted to do a fist build, you have some range with throwing stuff, because it's based off unarmed, mostly.
Mhm.
Just the perception and agility is cutting a
Well,
little bit against you.
it's based off of melee though, and not unarmed. That's a different. So that's a whole different skill besides the unarmed. Yeah, I mean, you've got a way better chance of hitting than any of us do. I've got a 29 in that skill, and then I guess maybe up to a 35. Like I'm not hitting anybody with it.
Alright then. I'll hold on to them.
Yeah, I mean, we can always sell them. I mean, we can always carry them into town and sell them. It's not that we have to use them, but out of all of us that can use them, you have the best chance of doing something with it.
Alright. So you want me to put the stabilizer on the shotgun?
Can you remove mods off of guns?
You can, but not without a lot of work. So putting a gun on putting a mod on a gun, either requires a repair check, so you gotta have a high repair, or the gun case, right? To remove a mod would either require another gun case, like another gun cleaner case / mod case, or would require you to be at a weapons loading bench to remove the mod of the various weapon, depending if it was energy or otherwise. Sticking it on is a lot harder than getting it off. Sorry,
Okay.
sticking it on is a lot
Yep.
easier than getting it off. That's what I meant.
Yeah, I knew what you meant. We can wait and put that on later. I mean, that was some good finds, and hopefully
Alright.
it'll help
So
us
then
a little bit.
who's holding on to what?
But I think so. She's still got plenty of bullets. I mean, it doesn't really. She still has plenty
Like,
of fuel cells. So I'm gonna hold
I've
on. I'm gonna take the shotgun and the shotgun ammo. You're gonna take the pistol ammo because you need that.
yeah, I was gonna say I've got like 2 pistols and 2 melee weapons that I don't need anymore.
Yeah. So just go ahead and take the throwing knives and hold on to the gun case for now because you're gonna be the one we have use it.
The
But
cleaner case, okay.
yeah, the gun cleaner case, and I don't think we should use that until we find a broken weapon that we can repair.
Alright. I'm cool with
Like
that.
I feel like you can probably repair good enough to put something on a weapon.
Probably, yeah.
Upon doing so, you continue your adventure as you head back to a destiny, and just gonna move your guys' tokens down here. With that, I am going to end the session here because I feel we're all getting kind of tired.
Yeah.
End
Sure.
session here.